All right, so we are officially live.
Only 5 minutes late.
Yeah, well,
I'm just giving Ashley a hard time.
would it be one of our live shows if it wasn't rescheduled and or late?
Accurate. Very accurate.
But it is the last official Brianna Hale Backlist Readalong live though.
It is, and I'm eating a cupcake to celebrate. I don't know how we did it, but we did it.
It's been a long time. It's been over a year.
We started this, October last year?
Mm-hmm. With the Necromancer. One interesting one.
Ashley's over here being healthy. Or is there water in your hydro jug?
It is water.
And I'm over here with Diet Mountain Dew and a cupcake.
I was not drinking said water before, but now I am. Because I was like, oh crap, I need a drink while we're on the live. So I just grabbed my water bottle, my fucking giant ass igloo water bottle that has a convenient hook for your gate.
Is that the one your partner got you?
Yes.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Well.
So Rush and Ringmaster. Should we start with Ringmaster?
I think we should start with, is the protege your new favorite, or is it still Rush? Because I haven't got to watch the vlog.
It's still Rush, 100%.
Okay.
I almost cried. About Rush. Like, I like protege, but I feel like it's like protege is like protege walked. So
Rush can run.
Yes.
Love it.
And I also feel like the protege had that kind of weird like age gap thing where he kept saying, like, he kept bringing up how young she was, and that just was like whereas Rush, like, I cannot think of a single bad thing to say about Rush.
Fair.
So
all right, so I guess we can start with Ringmaster, considering it was supposed to be first.
Okay.
Here are my thoughts. Oh my god.
Golly.
Not that. My thoughts on Ringmaster. It's solid. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you are looking to get in, if you want to read a Brianna Hale and you don't typically like some of the other things that she does, then you probably like that one.
I think Ringmaster is an easy go-to to recommend people because it is the most tame, even with a taboo element in it.
Yeah.
Because it's really not that taboo.
It doesn't really feel taboo.
No, it feels very like organic and like they are very similar in age, even though they're not.
Yeah.
It's actually one of my least favorite, but not because it's bad, just because it's fine.
I wouldn't say it's my least favorite because there's been some pretty bad ones.
Well, but I mean in the sense of like it's not bad. It's definitely above all the bad ones we've read, but like as in like of the good ones, it's one of my least favorite of the good ones.
Yeah. I would put it probably between like Black Fox, which I love Black Fox, but like it would be like Black Fox, Ringmaster, and then Vow of Obedience, and then, Protege.
It falls below. I mean, I'm not going to spoil where I rank all of them at. Hint, hint, nod, nod. But it's below Come to Daddy and Lap of Luxury.
Really?
Yeah.
To be honest, I forgot about both of those. So
to be honest, Brianna is pissing me off right now, so it's fine.
Yeah. But I think Ringmaster is just like soft and sweet, and it's fine. Like there isn't. It's a good read. Like it's cute. It's fine to read, but it's never something that I'm like every time I've read it twice and I enjoyed it the second time more than I did the first time. But they're not my favorite characters. It's not my favorite romance. Like it's just kind of Good.
Yeah. I think the selling point for it is the fact that it can really be recommended to almost anyone, and it shouldn't be too out there of a recommendation.
Yeah. I think it's palatable for most people, like, unless they're just, like, firmly against anything, like, taboo.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Or anything that deals with like parental abuse.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Rush.
I love Rush.
Me too.
What's your favorite part?
Okay.
I love your now.
Hold on.
I did not highlight.
Where is it?
My favorite part is their first spanking scene, and like not spanking scene, their first like intimate scene where he like comes in on her and she's like being sassy.
Okay, so like those tabs are like my favorite scenes. I don't know.
I love it.
I think it's like 5 or so. So some like honorable mentions. The first time they danced together.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cute. Where's the next one?
Is this us playing everyone turn to page 5?
I think the scene where I think my favorite scene is when he
I think that's Phoenix making
no,
weird.
it's my bookshelf, like my book's falling.
Oh.
My bookshelves are haunted. My favorite scene, I think, is after it might be after she calls him daddy for the first time, and she says something along the lines of like, "This is why I don't like sir. I want to be a protector, a comfort, something like that."
Mm-hmm.
That might be my favorite scene because I think the thing that like stands out for me about this book is even though a lot of the other books are explorations of like DDLG relationships or just like, a dom sub relationship in general, this one just feels so like exploratory and very communicative because one of them will be like, I want to try this or I want to do this. And there's no hesitancy. It's just like, okay, well, how do you want it? Like there's no judgment, no nothing.
Yeah.
And it just feels like their relationship is very safe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's beautiful.
I love that about them. I love that they were open about what they wanted, and it wasn't necessarily a Phoenix decided she was going to eat right now. Like just like has been able to eat all evening. Now is when she wants to eat. So I'm sorry if you can hear her chewing. I like that it's never a sense of either of them forcing the other to do anything they're uncomfortable with, except that one scene.
I almost cried at that part. I just want you to know.
That one scene. It's never a forcing the other into something they don't want. It's okay, this is something I'm interested in. Okay, well, I'm interested too. Let's do that.
Right.
I like that it's a give and take, not a take.
Right. That scene, if you're here, I'm assuming you've read the book, but when he tries to make her say, I'm yours, and she like breaks down, it's so heartbreaking on both ends because you can see how much it hurts her and it like breaks a little bit of her trust in him. But also you can see the heartbreak in him too. Like he knows that he messed up and he pushed her too far and he's upset that she is upset. Like it just ugh, I almost cried.
Oh, I think that was one of my favorite scenes in the whole book because it is so emotional.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
It's such a good romance.
I would say that is my only complaint with that book. That, and I feel like it was resolved way too fucking easily. But
my complaint is that I didn't like the second conflict. Like, the idea of him going to jail for her is sweet and everything, but the actual, the actual scenario where he, the whole thing just felt very melodramatic. Like, it just felt like a different tone than the rest of the book. And it was just all very dramatic. And then once he gets out of prison or jail or wherever he was, I was kind of like, okay, let's wrap it up. And there was still 30 more pages.
Yeah, I felt like that was a unneeded plot point. And that is my entire complaint of I felt like it didn't make any sense. I felt like the ending was kind of flat.
Yeah.
And then wrapped up really quickly and weird.
Right.
So
he was just like, oh, by the way, I have this film or this video, so let's just release it. And it was just odd. Yeah. I felt like she didn't know how to wrap up the book. She didn't know how to wrap up all the plot points. So she just wrapped it up like that. And I like that he comes to her and is basically like, I know the reason that you're pushing me away after our conflict is that you're scared. I appreciate that he showed up and basically was like, you're gonna get back together with me. You don't have a choice. I like that part, but I also kind of wish they had more of a conversation about it.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's still perfect. I don't care.
Here are all the things wrong with it. But by the way, it's my favorite book in the whole world.
It kind of is. It might be one of them. It's high up there.
It's my favorite Brianna. But the protege is so close.
As to be your favorite Brianna, or
yes.
Oh, see, Rush is just one of my all-time favorite romances. So
yeah, it took out Pike.
Yeah, I mean, Birthday Girl was I've still read I've read Birthday Girl 6 or 7 times, and it was my favorite for a long time. And then I read Rush and was like,
then Rush came along and you were like, shit, here we go. Now we got to do a whole read along.
Basically.
That's what this started was with Rush.
Mm-hmm. I was like, well, damn. If she wrote this, then what else can she write? And
here we are.
That was a questionable choice.
Did I tell you in the beginning that Rush was her best book?
Yes. And I'm glad that we waited to keep it last because, one, I had just read Rush. I think I'd read Rush a couple of weeks before I messaged you and was like, hey, you want to do this thing? But also, if I had started with this, all of the others would have
been awful.
Yes. I mean, some of them kind of already were, but
yeah, I'm really glad we waited till pretty far into it to do the protege, just because it's one of my favorites, and I knew there was a good chance you would like it. And I'm really glad that it wasn't right after you had read Rush, because I'm worried that would have been had swayed your opinion on it.
It probably would have made me enjoy it more.
Really?
If that makes sense. Having read it after all the bad ones made me enjoy it more, but also if I had read it after Rush, it would have made me enjoy it more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I would have read Rush and have already been looking for that sort of a relationship that made me feel very similar. Mm-hmm. And that relationship feels similar. So after I had read Rush, I would have really enjoyed it because it would have felt that's what I was looking for. Yeah. But also reading all of her bad books and then reading that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Control Freak. So, I guess I would like to ask you, not Rush. You cannot pick Rush. If you were to say your top 3 Briannas outside of Rush, what would you pick?
I would probably say The Protege. We've read so many. They kind of just all blur together. The Protege, Come to Daddy, now that you mentioned it, and Probably Vow of Obedience. That's kind of like a one-off, but it was it was so, like, fun, I guess, and different than even though all of her stories tend to be different, a lot of the ones in the beginning feel very similar.
Yeah.
And so that one's just kind of fun. What are yours?
Mine, outside of Rush, because we both know Rush is both of our favorites, it's the Protege, Control Freak, and the Black Fox.
The Black Fox is so
It's so bad, it's good.
It's not bad, it's just wildly dramatic.
It has a lot of plot holes.
Yes, but it's also only like 90 pages, so it's like, can we really talk about plot holes?
I mean, I know there's a lot of plot holes, and I know it's wildly dramatic, and that's why I love it.
Yeah. It's fun. Like, I'm really glad because I'm pretty sure we read The Necromancer and then we read Black Fox.
Yeah.
So reading those two back to back was just tons of fun because I would say those are her most like ridiculous, just fun stories.
You can tell we talk a lot. I just picked your brain.
Oh.
She said that she wants attention. I'm really glad that we went through all of them.
Me too.
Even the bad ones. Except that one book that we didn't touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anybody in the chat? Oh, Morgan's here. Hi, Morgan.
I guess this would be the time to say that if you're watching this after we've already ended, to put in the comments below your top 3 favorite Brianna Hales.
Yeah.
And if it's not Rush, then I'm deleting the comment.
Put Rush in there and then put 3 more. Best.
I've had so many. I've only had one person, but I had someone message me the other day, like the day before I was planning to read Rush. They were like, "I just finished Rush and it was so good." I'm like, "I know."
I love it. I had someone comment on my Brianna Hale reading guide, and I feel like this is an appropriate place to read the comment. I hope y'all are excited for this because this is pure gold. So, in this video, I said I would not be reading Midnight Hunter because, as we all know, it's got a Nazi in it, which we do not do. I almost typed in Midnight Hunter. Oh my god. And this person did not appreciate the fact that I would not be reading Midnight Hunter. Here's the comment. You lost me at Midnight Hunter. Ebony is not a Jewish. Like, what the fuck are you on about? It's 1963. Not 1936. Whatever this dude's name is, has nothing to do with the Nazi. He was a soldier of Wehrmacht. I don't know what he's saying, what this person's saying. Not SS. I'm assuming that means Soviet Union. Since the downfall of Nazi Germany and East Germany occupied by the Soviets, he works as a Stasi, who's a secret police working for the Soviet regime. You basically only read the reviews of people who don't have a clue about history, let alone what this book is about, and hopped on the train with them. This book is the best one I've read so far. Reinhardt and Ebony are the best.
Yeah. Yeah, that duet, I can't even remember, so.
That I just one is Come to Daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was January.
Wait, no,
Is it really? Yes, Come to Daddy and Lap of Luxury. It's the two brothers who are rivaling against each other.
Okay, well then no, Come to Daddy is not in my top 3. Hold on. Because I don't remember that shit. Maybe it
You
is.
didn't like Come to Daddy and
I
Lap
think
of Luxury.
Control Freak is the one where she has the ED, right?
Yes.
Okay, Control Freak then.
Yeah, it's in my top 3 too.
Yeah, because I don't remember Come to Daddy at all. And I think the only thing I remember about Lap of Luxury is him faking like their yacht has gotten attacked.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like the characters in the first one better than the characters in the second one, but I like the well, no, wait, what is it? I like the themes and the characters in the second book. And I like the storyline in the first book.
Yeah, same here. It just got weird in the end of the second one where like they come together and they're like fighting in that cabin. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. It was a weird ending. I don't know why she made the decisions she did, but at least it's not Nazis.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think that would be the point we're at with Alive is like, well, I mean, I'm not saying it's good, but I mean, at least you didn't pick Nazis again.
I mean, yeah, you go to the Goodreads reviews of that book, and a lot of people are like, I'm not going to defend my opinion 5 stars. I'm like, maybe you should defend your opinion. I mean, there is no defense, but maybe we should hear why you think that is a good rating to have.
You know, I got nothing.
But you know what they say, at least we didn't make it a book club book.
Okay, we did not. We explicitly said we were not reading it. We did skip one book, and I cannot remember which one we skipped. It wasn't Midnight Hunter. It was one of the trad one she had.
It's one of the royalty ones. I thought. No, we read all those.
No, we read all.
I read all those. I read all those.
Look at that. Look at
you did not.
No, I DNF'd that last one.
I mean,
I think it was that one that you tried to read before and you couldn't get through.
Oh,
only one with an audiobook. Princess Brat. No, we read that one.
Limits.
Off Limits.
Soft Limits.
Soft Limits.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a complete accident. We didn't even realize we did that until like really late into it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to leave it off. I guess I won't include it in a video that's going to come later on in which we're talking about. Yeah, right. Yeah. So I mean, I will say that between the two of us, consistency of monthly live shows is not there. But we tried. We almost succeeded.
Almost. I think granted, the last one for Ringmaster got pushed because I was sick. Right? And you told me I wasn't allowed to get on live because I was sick?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, before that, I don't have any idea why we had to push them. I know the last one's because I have poor planning.
And then I'll give us like 6 out of the 13 we actually were on time.
You know what? That's over half.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Close enough.
You know, we probably will never do this again, but we probably will actually once Lilith has like a decent.
Yeah. Once Lilith has a decent backlist and my life is not absolute shambles. Yeah, definitely.
I cannot even.
She says she can't even deal with me right now, so she's gonna drink some water.
I feel like I'm doing a keg stand every time I use this thing. All right. So let's hear your top 3. Oh, you said you've only read The duet. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Morgan's only read the duet. Carrie's the one who's read all the books. Let me message her, make sure she knows that the live's tonight. One of the jewelry stores in my town is like going out of business. So my dad's messaging me asking for pictures of the jewelry at this jewelry place. And I'm like, Dad, I am not at the jewelry place. I was like, I was at the jewelry place earlier so you could get pictures and you did not call me back. So.
Yes, Dad. 4 hours later, I'm still at the jewelry store. I mean, do they have pictures online?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a going out of business sale and they're going like up to 70% off on this jewelry. And I'm like, really nice jewelry. I'm just not paying $800 for a ring. Phoenix, no. Phoenix, no. Cannot eat cat food. What the hell's wrong with you? Come over here. She's looking at me like I'm the devil now because I told her no on eating cat food.
I mean, she said I could eat it. You will not allow me to eat it.
She could eat it, but she'll throw up.
But that's not what she's saying. She said I could eat it.
You're telling me I can't eat it, Phoenix. No, get away from the cat food. This house is in shambles because church is getting fixed next week too. So
does church jump on counters and stuff?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say you could move his food up.
I mean, he does, but I don't like him to be on the counters. So I'm trying to not teach him to be on the counters.
Gotcha.
I have his food up on a it's the thing that their food goes in. It goes on top of that. And she likes to like climb up there and like try to eat it. And I'm like, stop it. So
you have not experienced animals that don't listen until you've had ferrets.
Oh, do they not listen at all?
You could call their name. They know their names. You could call their name and like no, say no. You could scrub. It doesn't matter. They'll look you dead in the eye and continue doing it. They don't care.
I dread putting my tree up, and I haven't yet because church.
Yeah, we got a new Christmas tree this year, and Bane has been. Gotham is very unlike all cats. She doesn't really do cat things. Like, she doesn't really play with toys, like nothing like that. She's very atypical. Bane is dumber than a box of rocks. He will chew the Christmas tree for hours. He climbs it, like the bottom of the tree, the like spokes are completely bent down. Just yeah.
I love it.
He's so dopey and just not there.
Well, is there anything we would like to say to end this live?
Thanks for joining us if you did.
Dallas has something to say.
Take it away.
Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. I know. Come on. Go read Rush.
Facts. Okay.
He's like, hello, let's go read the Rush.
Favorite book of all time. Love it. Okay, I think that is it for us. If you guys did not already, make sure you leave down below your favorite Brianna Hale, including Rush, and then 3 others, because those are like the only good ones. And we will not see you guys later because this thing is over. But thanks for going on the journey with us. Bye.
Bye. I will yell at you in the Discord. Don't